Wiggly is recording.
Oh no.
My brain machine's so broke, you guys.
No turning back, no backing down, nowhere to run, no solid ground. No place to hide, no one to trust, no one to help you when you're lost. There's only
Humans, Andalite, Yeerks, and oh, wait, shit, fuck,
No, but it was so good.
humans, Andalite, and fucking Yeerks, and also Tech. God, what the fuck?
No, you got no. Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling.
Welcome to the Wonder Year. Tech Signs, if you can find some earbuds, welcome to the Wonder Year. Troy Animorphs rereading and eventual rewatching needs. I'm Derek.
You're Derek. I'm also Derek. What the fuck?
Who's Derek?
Derek is the Inuit kid that they met in this book.
Oh, I'm also Derek.
I think you're Seda. I think you're a little bit more of an Eric. Just take off that. Just slice off that D.
Why did they put those names in the same book? That's so unfair for those of us who are really dumb.
Himbo representation matters. I'm Derek, but it's spelled Blair. So.
My name is spelled Derek, but it's pronounced Sara.
Oh, I see.
I'm a polar bear. I don't know how to spell.
Hey, did you know that rar means I love you in polar bear?
I can.
What a stupid thing to say. Who lets me on this podcast every week?
I made you a cookie, but I disemboweled it.
Blair, I can and will liberate your heads from your bodies in one fluid motion of my katana.
Finally. That thing's been fucking coming loose lately, baby. Just finish the job.
Oh my god.
You're like nearly headless Nick over here.
No, this is the longest con. We've just been trying desperately trying to get you to decapitate us for the past whatever episodes.
Finally set this noggin free.
It's just gonna float up into the atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching. One of the animes I've been watching lately, Zombieland Saga, has all 7 of the main characters are like zombies, and one of them, all 6 of them are like fully sentient human beings. They're just undead, and one of them is just kind of like full zombie brain. And her head comes off like once an episode, and it's always a very good gag. I just thought about that suddenly. I love good headless gags.
And this is the Wonder Yeerks.
Yeah.
For all your Animorphs and anime rereading and eventual rewatching needs.
No, not that other thing.
Yeah.
This is no anime. This is not an anime safe space.
I'm being persecuted.
That's democracy, baby.
Is it? Did you? What were you saying, Sarah? Sorry, we were being goofy.
I was just saying that on Henry Kissinger, I'm persecuted, but on this podcast, I'm anime persecuted.
Yeah. There has to be a better portmanteau.
That anime be so.
Nope. I'm giving that a thumbs down. That's getting a big EW for you from me. Does not pass my smell test.
Again, air horn emoji. When?
Never. Specifically to make sure you don't have all the power that you require to like.
Honestly, all that needs to happen is Deadmau5 needs to like tweet about it once, and then that tweet will go viral.
I think you overestimate how relevant Deadmau5 is in the year of our Lord 2018.
Well, yeah.
I don't think Deadmau5 has the emoji power.
But furries have like connections to Deadmau5, right? Can you like slip a word in?
No.
Do furries have connections? Confirmed, denied. Do furries have connections to
Deadmau5? He mouse head.
No, say that. Listen.
No,
he
I
does
don't
wear
want to
mouse
learn
head.
that he's mean.
No,
I don't
say
want
that.
to
Yeah, no,
hate
he's fucking. He's a fucking trash bag. He's mean to furries and he's mean to
That's fine.
trans people.
I don't know why I got so defensive. I really don't give a shit. I had like expected him to suck.
Right.
Of course he sucks.
He's an EDM guy.
Yeah. He's also extremely mean to trans people online.
Boo. Thumbs down.
That sounds about right. And
not valid.
Guess we have to decapitate Deadmau5. Not a threat.
Just a fact?
Just just a plan.
Okay, You're gonna get a cease and desist.
Yeah.
You specifically. They can't legally prosecute all of us because I don't condone this.
How y'all been?
I don't know. How do you think?
I don't know. I can't find my GameCube or my Wii, and I'm kind of sad about it.
Oh no.
I was trying to find them because my friend lent me her CRT because I'm trying to learn how to speedrun a GameCube game.
Oh, sure.
And so I needed to bust out the GameCube for that. Mm-hmm. And it's nowhere to be found.
Oh no. It's huge. How do you lose something like that?
When you don't play it for a year and a half, it's kind of easy to lose track of.
But aren't Wii and GameCube the same, basically? Hear me out. I own both.
I'm listening.
You can just play GameCube games on the Wii. Do they have, like, different, like, FPS or something?
We like the system. I thought you meant, like, we the pronoun. Like, aren't we the same as a GameCube? And I was like,
oh no!
We are all
Say
purple
that,
and
no!
cube-shaped and we all come with a handle for easy carry-on.
Okay, so aesthetically, the GameCube is superior, but you can do the same things and more with the Wii.
Oh, I mean, I won't deny that that's the truth, but at the same time, like, a Wii has, like, a bunch of different things. Like, I have to worry about the sensor bar if I'm using the Wii.
Okay, but that's only for Wii games, right?
No, I literally have to use the sensor bar to select the game from the main, like, HUD screen. There's no way for me to turn on the system and immediately jump into a game without using the pointer to select. I want to play GameCube game. Right.
That doesn't count, but, like, for speedrunning, does that count against your time?
No, it doesn't. It's just, I don't want to have to fucking bother with the sensor bar whatsoever. Also,
okay, I understand now. I understand. Things are making sense for me now.
Another reason I really want to do this, to do GameCube stuff is because, I've been playing, my speedruns so far have been only games that I play on the PC, and I go to local speedrun meetings where people bring their games to speedrun. Mm-hmm. I have a very large computer.
Yeah, you can't haul that baby around.
I can and I have. I don't like to.
Yeah, I would be so anxious about, like, hauling a computer. Sometimes I get stressed out about hauling my laptop places. Because...
This is me with my keyboard whenever I play a show. It weighs like 100 pounds, and it's the most expensive thing I own, and I just bring it to bars. And I'm like, hello.
Which it seems to be the least safe thing to bring anything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you want something broken, you bring it to a bar.
Yeah. I played a show outside at one point, and it started to rain. And I was, like, talking to the person who was playing. I was like, do you want to keep going? Because, like, she had equipment. And she was like, yeah, I'm good. And I was like, okay. And then it started to rain slightly more. And I literally was like, I'm going to be so rude. I'm sorry. Went on stage beside her and just, like, grabbed my shit. I was like, I'm taking my stuff inside.
Yeah, because you have electronic thing.
Yeah.
Thing damage with water.
Thing damage very much with water.
Yeah.
And is most I've ever spent on anything.
Right.
It costs more than most things I own put together, probably.
Right.
That's not quite true, but
that's just about true of my computer. Like, if we're talking about, like, retail value today and not, like, MSRP at time of purchase, like, yeah, my computer is probably most of my money put into one thing. Well, I have a car.
Right, okay, yeah. I was thinking, my computer's really... But yeah, I also own a car that I literally have to pay loans on because it's so expensive.
I'm the gay who can't drive.
I mean, the thing is that you live in, like, a city where, like, public transit is more feasible.
No, I do not.
That is... Okay, I don't know anything. I just assumed
I don't live in Toronto.
I just assumed that about where you live for no real reason.
No, yeah, that's a wild thing to say. The transit here sucks. It's, like, notoriously bad.
As long as I've known you, you've just been very stubborn about walking everywhere, which is not a personality trait I have.
Yeah.
So...
I genuinely just thought that was, like, a quirk of who you are, saying...
I mean, it also kind of is, but no, when I lived in Toronto, I took transit a lot because Toronto transit is great. Everywhere else I've lived has had terrible transit.
Yeah, that was also, like, the huge problem when I lived in St. Cloud because, like, I would have to, I mean, like, trains stopped running at, like, 5 p.m. So if I worked a closing shift, I was fucked, basically. So...
5 p.m. That's so early.
Oh, it's a St. Cloud is like a nothing town. Like it's got literally it has the population of like an actual city. It's smaller, but has the infrastructure of like a suburb, like a sophisticated suburb.
Do you
at
think
best.
that Marco and Marion took the bus to their date?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the book we read. Instead of just waffling for like 5 hours. You know, sometimes I don't get to talk to people all day, and this
I know,
is basic.
I feel that. I just suddenly I switched from BPM because I record in GarageBand, if people don't know, which is why I like often forget to like leave the metronome off, rather I turn it off, and so usually I don't know how long we've been recording for because it's just like, and our podcast is 600 bars long. Good to know. That doesn't mean anything, but I just remembered to switch to time, and I was like, 10 minutes, huh?
Yeah, waffling for 10 minutes. Yeah. So we watched we read The Extreme.
Anything.
We didn't watch anything. We read with our human eyeballs and brains The Extreme, which is the 25th book in the
Is that
Animorphs
what it was
series.
called?
The Extreme, yeah.
That's so funny.
It's so dumb, isn't it?
I always forget to look at the titles. I just look at the numbers because my brain don't work.
Also, I am giving a serious look to the cover for the first time, and it is probably one of the ugliest covers I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Do you want a JPEG of that baby, or do you all have it up in front of you?
Yeah, I've got it. It turns out that human to bear face don't work so good.
Well, okay,
Can I be honest for a quick second? Because
sure.
The polar bear just kind of looks like Dogola to me.
I don't know what that is.
Are neither of you, Sara, are you familiar with Dogola?
No.
Okay, I have a picture of a dog to show you.
Oh, is a dog. Oh, I know this dog. I know this
dog. It might be a World of Warcraft.
I was like something
boss.
like that, or a Pokemon.
You know I don't play World of Warcraft.
And I do, so I was like, I don't know.
Here is Dogola.
Yeah, I know this dog.
I don't know this dog. Who is this dog?
That's
just a dog.
What's the context of this dog?
It's just a
Dogola.
funny dog. Just a funny animal.
Anyways, yeah, so Marco's...
I feel the same way about every meme dog, though, Sam.
Marco's face just gets progressively wider and wider, and then he is bear.
Okay, I feel like this would be better if it was like a grizzly bear or something, because you would get into like a darker fur. Instead, it looks like a flesh-toned, fuzzy animal, which is like just not a good look.
It sucks.
Yeah. And even in the last frame, the bear looks kind of flesh-toned.
The middle picture is Marco when the girl he wants to date doesn't understand his jokes.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, I really desperately...
I like how he's like... It looks like... I like how like the wrinkles make it look like he's smiling in that third one.
It's
but
fun.
very uncomfortably.
Yeah.
Like he starts the transformation like, well, guess it's time to Animorph, and then halfway through he's like, oh fuck, I'm turning into a polar bear. Yeah.
He legit looks like a creepypasta. It's pretty fabulous.
He looks like Dogola.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, we should have a segment where we just make up a creepypasta based on one of the cover images every time.
Like
that
just the
sounds
name,
great.
just the name of a
Well,
creepypasta, or like
They're all
make it
just
write a
Wendigos,
story?
right? They're all just Wendigos, like
It
across
would be
the
like
floor.
a whole ass story, so we can't get into it this time, but in the future.
Blair, what'd you just say?
They're all just Wendigos. Wendigos? Did I pronounce it wrong? Wendigo? I'm putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllables. This is a word that I've seen written out but never pronounced.
You've never played.
I have, but it's...
That's actually a massive spoiler for that game. Edit that out.
I just noticed that the tagline is "so many Yeerks, so little time," which could
so
be
funny.
a tagline for anything, but not particularly this book.
They actually interact with a categorically low number of Yeerks, I would say, in this book.
Yeah. So...
Like, they don't even have any face-to-face time with the Visser.
Well, they have some face-to-belly time.
Yeah,
They've got tummy time. They do all of their good bonding and skin to skin.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm talking about I'm not talking about Visitor 3 here. I'm talking about just like a centaur, like a normal ass human top and horse body.
Yes.
Is the taint from the start of the front legs all the way back, or is it just from like the dick all the way back and then to the ball?
Well, it depends where the. I mean, the dick would make sense to be where a horse's dick is at.
Yeah.
Because I would, if the dick was right there at the end of the torso, that would be crazy.
It also just wouldn't. It wouldn't be like aerodynamic.
I mean,
right,
that's
it
how
would.
Humans have it.
Well, we're not very aerodynamic.
Okay, your dick is not at the end of your torso. It is at your pelvis. That is a different part of your body. Your legs have started at that point.
No. I mean, like if you just hold up a hand and block out the back half of the horse and just see like the straight up and down line of person that gets kind of brown in the middle, like a dick would just be right there at the pelvis.
Okay, but that's not the pelvis. On a centaur, the pelvis is behind you.
It's close enough to I'm just saying.
It's okay. First,
This
this is so hard to argue because centaurs are not real. But
well,
Sara, you were already spewing some non-scientific nonsense to me in the group chat. I will not stand for any sort of wells when centaur reality is called into question. Centaurs don't real.
Not yet, at least.
I want
you
to tell
bigot.
a whole ass story, but it's like okay.
How
No,
long
I kinda
how
wanna
long
hear-
is the story?
No, just I had a girlfriend who saw one of those really stupid, like fake documentaries that like prove that there's mermaids, and totally believed it and tried to convince me that there were mermaids.
I love that so.
And I didn't know how to gently be like, sweetie,
Mermaids
there's
don't
not
reel.
mermaids. There's not mermaids. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
We all so badly wish that there were, but unfortunately,
I don't know if I do. I don't like, but that's just a general reticence towards the ocean, I think. That's not
I mean,
specific to
I
mermaids.
feel like if you were a mermaid, you would not have that reticence.
Okay,
No
if
shit.
mermaids were if mermaids were real, I wouldn't be one because I'm a human.
You don't know that. In the world where mermaids are real, you might have been born a mermaid.
Okay, but assuming that mermaids are real in the world we're in right now,
okay.
which
I
seems
mean, have you ever seen the television program H2O, Just Add Water?
I've not. Well, I've watched it.
Maybe you become a mermaid by swimming in a cursed tide pool. And then you turn into a mermaid when you become wet, and then you kind of get magic powers.
Can you nothlit halfway through a morph?
Yes, Marco almost did with the flea.
Yeah.
If Cassie wanted to become a
Cassie
mermaid,
could probably become a mermaid. I'm just thinking about
I
it.
mean, it would have to be like a dolphin mermaid probably, because that's the only thing that you're going to get that close to in terms of
proportions.
Well, no, but you can control that because she controls her wings to be to look like an angel when she was a fly.
Yeah, in this book, specifically, I think
That's true.
gossamer was the word
Her
used.
DNA did get bigger.
So
The DNA did not get bigger.
I don't know. Sara, can you confirm or deny? Did the DNA get bigger?
there's evidence that the DNA got bigger.
Listen.
Okay. Yes, I'm listening. I'm listening.
I know for a fact, because it's the person that you are familiar with the name of Hisashi Ouchi.
Yes.
What if DNA can just do that though under the right radiation?
Get bigger?
Yeah, Hisashi Ouchi's DNA disintegrated. It ceased to be because of how much radiation he was in.
Okay, I'm not going to claim to be a scientist. Because I'm not.
I'm just
hear me
saying.
out. Hear me out.
Radiation makes DNA get bigger.
Maybe radiation makes DNA get bigger, but this is Sara?
Take a nap.
Are you? You can't nap halfway through the podcast.
What podcast? We haven't talked about Animorphs yet.
Okay. I have to say.
That. Don't Google Hisashi Ouchi.
I have to say, Axe says that humans have the most complex DNA, And I don't know what metric he's using to say something is complex, because if it's the amount of chromosomes in the DNA, humans are not the most complex. I think flies have more chromosomes in their DNA than humans do.
Yeah, but we're so special.
It's just not like, complex is not a scientific thing. And I don't know what it means when he says that.
Yeah, it's also like
complex is a scientific
no,
thing.
not in terms of, okay, but it's
it's
something
not
to,
quantifiable as a word.
right?
No, but like some things are defined like scientifically as complex. Like
Well,
not in
but
terms of, like,
specifically within
complexity
it's specifically in this case of DNA. You can't say, I don't know what a complex DNA is supposed to mean, you know?
Yeah, I'm saying that I'm saying more that you could not argue that one is more complex than another. I think you could argue that there is that DNA is complex and there is complex DNA and potentially non-complex DNA. I'm not a scientist. I just said DNA can get bigger. I don't fucking know.
I don't think, okay, I don't think there's like a thing called like considered I think it's just I would have to assume it's amount of chromosomes. I'm straight up, yes. We cannot talk about DNA. DNA is banned. The complexity of it, the size of it is banned.
Sara yells about it for 40 minutes, and it's all go for them. But me, I try and talk about it for 5, and I immediately get like played off. Like,
No, because we talked about it last week. We talked about it last week, and no, this is for me because I know if I get into it, I won't be able to stop. And we have to talk about how Marco is the fucking worst.
Yeah, alright, let's get into this. So Marco gets asked out on a date and pretends to like Mozart? Is it Mozart?
Beethoven.
Thank you. Yeah, Beethoven. And she's like, oh, I love Beethoven's third. And he's like, I'm more of a fan of his 33rd. And she's
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Was that
it's not a joke, Marco. It's not a joke.
Marco did well. It's not a joke because Marco didn't think it was a joke. I think he just thought that like the 33rd may have been one of his, and he was like, bigger number, better number.
Oh, he's
and
just
then he
the
was just
dumbest.
like he just describes Beethoven's third in like the least descriptive way possible and just says it's fantastic and euphoric and like a real nut buster or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
And what's the girl's name again? I completely forgot. Marion is like, oh, I feel the exact same way. Let's go to the opera. I've got tickets. I'll call you. Here's my phone number. And then Marco fucks it.
He does the very heterosexual thing where Cassie's like, I don't know if she's your type, because the date doesn't go well, of course. And Cassie's like, I don't think she was your type. And Marco's like, how could she not be my type? She's the prettiest girl in school. It's like, yep. That's how you have feelings for women, Marco. Good job. Find the prime candidate and just select her.
Right. Yeah, I believe Marco's attraction to women.
Yeah.
Whatever. Come on. And then immediately he describes Eric King, the Chi, as like I don't think he uses the word handsome, but it's suggested, and he's like, he's got a smile that just brightens your day or something like that. Immediately after this interaction.
It's so
good. I'm like Marco.
I like Eric a lot.
Me too. He's really
fun. There's a moment here where Cassie and Marco are sitting together, and Eric basically comes up and is like, yo, shit's going down. And Marco's like, it's weird that Eric's here. Eric doesn't attend our school. Eric doesn't attend the human race. Eric is an android. And it's like, okay, yeah.
He's got a baby step. This could be our first book. He has to baby step us.
I actually really liked this quick upkeep, like quick check-in. I thought that it was pretty well done, because that's kind of a thing that young adult series of this time did a lot very poorly.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Basically, they learned that the Yeerks are working on like satellite technology that would broadcast Kandrona waves all over the world and basically make like any backyard pool a Yeerk pool. Mm-hmm. And we learned that Eric was Beethoven's valet at some point.
Can I be honest for a second? I love this. I love this fucking, like, whenever the Assassin's Creed series does it too, I get really happy. Like in Assassin's Creed Origins, the one in ancient Egypt, you're like the one responsible for the Sphinx's missing nose. Like, I just love this Forrest Gumping all over history kind of shit.
It's really fun.
I watch a lot of Doctor Who, so I can be kind of picky about it. But this one I really did like.
But yeah, he's like, that guy was
such a small thing,
asshole,
you know.
but his music his music made me cry.
Yeah. Eric is just such a great character. I love immortal characters.
I know.
Just ones that have, like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. There's something that I wanted to get into, but this episode's already too long, so I want to bookmark it for another episode, because Marco mentions Jake charisma. Like, he's like, Jake is very charismatic. And I was like, have we hashed out the characters' D&D classes? I don't think we have. We cannot do it today.
No.
But we do have to do it at some point, because I'm thinking a lot about it.
I wish I just had infinite time to do infinite bonus episodes for this podcast.
I know.
Because I just want to get so deep into that.
Yeah. If somebody wants to ask that for our next episode,
yeah,
we'll have an excuse to get into it.
I would love to do just like dedicate like a weekend with us three if we have the time, and just like talk for like 3 hours about headcanons and like D&D alignments and stuff like that.
Because would be so fun.
It's so much fun. I just want to do maybe it can be like a Patreon like exclusive or something like that.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Keep your ears to the ground, dutiful listener.
So just trying to catch us up to real quick, try to speed run as much of this as possible.
Yes.
They learn about this Kandrona Ray thing, and they're like, well, we have to go to the base, but we don't know where it is, so we're gonna have to hitch a ride with Visser 3, and in order to do that, the Chi are going to put on holograms of us to take over our lives so that we can go. And Marco has such a specific read of Eric that made me laugh so hard. He's like, I don't want Eric to take over my life. I feel like I'll come back to wet comic books. He looks like he's a bathtub reader.
No one on the face of the earth has ever said anything like this in their life.
It's like such a specific, like, beautiful, like, I don't know, just has that look in his eyes like he reads in the bath, you know? Not even responsibly.
But also, I'm obsessed with the idea of Eric pretending to be Marco, and we see a little bit of the aftermath of that, like in the falling action of this book. But I just want that.
This
you know?
is definitely one of those books where I would love to see the other perspective, like the other side. Because I love when we just get little hints, like when Axe pretended to be Jake for a little while and that kind of thing, but like an entirely different perspective, which I love.
Because Eric is like competent but still a freak, you know?
Yeah, oh, very much so. He's so different from like any of the other non-main characters because he like has his own sense of humor and like has a thing going on.
I love him so much. I wish he like showed up all the time.
I know, I really like him.
It's a very nice treat when he does, though.
Yeah.
Has he? When was the last time he showed up? I'm trying to the last time he showed up in a significant.
I feel like it's been at least.
It was in the first David book.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And that was just like.
Was that also a Marco book?
I think so. Yes.
Eric first showed up in a Marco book.
Hey.
Oh.
How about
hey.
how does well I don't know. I feel like a part of me wants to ship Eric with Marco, but Eric is like a ageless infinite being.
Oh yeah, Eric does not know anything about the concept of dating or like anything.
No, but and then Marco is like an 8th grader or something.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll give it a few years.
Yeah. I love we've talked before about how the writing doesn't differ like a lot in the different perspectives of the kids, but their personalities are so strong that it's noticeable when one of them is narrating. One of the quirks of Marco's that I love is that he paraphrases people way more than anybody else.
He's just barely listening all the time.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's a shitty listener and also just lies. Like he'll be like, and then Eric said, okay, Marco, don't worry. I'll take care of everything for you. I love to be as handsome as you and as smart as you. Bye. And then he's like, well, I don't think he said that, but it was something like that.
I love you, Marco.
There's just two things I want to shout out from a morph we get here. They turn into birds, and then they find Visser 3, just kind of run. I love the image. I understand that he's in an Andalite body, and he has to feed the Andalite body, and Andalites feed by frolicking. But, like,
Yeah.
they, like, have to find Visser 3, and he's like, big, tough villain man. He's like, this is my clearing. I've got guards all around the clearing so that I may skip gaily through the forest and feed my body. It
So
makes me
good.
so happy.
I have found that prancing makes my absorption 15% more effective. I do not enjoy this trotting.
Oh, you know Visser 3 loves it, though.
Oh, sure.
It
Yeah.
is the highlight of his day.
Absolutely. He would never tell anyone, but yes.
Yes, no, absolutely.
It's great. It's really good. They find him in bird morph, and then as they're going to human morph, as Marco's fingers appear while he's morphing to human, they said the word sploot in the morph description. They were
They
like,
did.
sploot?
I
had
grazed over that
fingers.
description, and then the word sploot jumped out.
Yep, sploot in all caps, and then when he's turning into a fly, as he's describing his arms like
He says it
shrinking
like
into his body,
right?
he says schloop.
Ah, the anti-sploot,
Schloop.
whatever. Who gives a shit?
I was like, only Marco. Be like, sploot. And then they're flies and they're on Visser 3's tummy.
That made me wonder, is morphing noisy?
See, that's the thing, because they definitely describe this. I thought this exact same thing at this part, because they're like morphing behind trees in this
right.
clearing that Visser 3 is skipping around in.
Right. They're trying to be
And-
covert, but
Yeah,
they're splooting.
They're splooting and schlooping all over the place. Like,
Right.
they've talked about the sound of their bones shifting before.
Right.
I cannot imagine that is quiet to a third
No.
party.
No.
Maybe
Like-
it just sounds like forest noise.
But I feel like bones sound a specific way.
Yeah. I also have a question, which is that at one point there's just a hilarious comedy bit where Marco's trying to catch up to Visser 3 and he can't, and Visser 3 almost seems to swat him, but then is actually reaching to scratch his butt.
I know you sounded so sarcastic there, but it did get a laugh out of me because I think the idea of Visser 3 scratching his ass is very funny.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I was too distracted by trying to figure out how fucking long Andalite arms are.
Okay.
Can he reach his butt? Or do
well,
they
maybe
have
their
very short
torsos
torso?
maybe their like hind parts aren't that long.
Yeah.
Maybe you could, because it's not horse, it's deer, which is smaller.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Is so funny.
I'm so obsessed with trying to figure out the exact canonical description of Andalites because they vary just enough, because I'm always just like, well, I know it's not what the canon cover art is, because that is a buff man on a horse
Because they can
body.
turn their heads on the canon cover art.
They can turn their fucking heads on the cover.
I am not over that still.
I know. So I'm just always picking up details, trying to figure out if I can, like, make a full bullet list, like, really nail it down somehow.
They're
Yeah.
so crazy.
It's... Okay, I have a question. Do the other kids know about Tobias's dad? Has he told them that he's half Andalite?
To my memory, no.
Okay. Because they basically get onto the ship, and they learn that their journey is going to be nearly 4 hours, which is, of course, a problem because they're in Morph. And so they'll need to change at some point, and they're in a small ship. And Axe says, it's going to be 3.5 of your hours. And Tobias says, our hours? And I was like, are you... I'm going to read into this so over the top. and just be like, is it because you don't know if they're your hours because you're still figuring out your place in this earth because you just learned the truth about your father?
But also like, they're like,
It reminds me of it makes you think a little bit of okay, hold on. Seda, are you watching The Good Place and or do you care about Good Place spoilers?
I'm watching it, yes.
Are you caught up?
Yes.
Blair?
yeah.
Okay. If you don't want to be spoiled on The Good Place, skip ahead like
15 seconds.
I'm just thinking about that scene from like one of the recent episodes when Chidi breaks up with Simone and she's like, "Well, see you in the next life." And he's like, "What do you mean? Next life? What?
Yeah.
Anyways, now we have to kill 60 seconds. Now we have to kill like 45 more seconds talking about Good Place.
No,
while
we
wait for them to
absolutely
skip.
do not.
No, because otherwise people are going to skip
They're
ahead
not
a
going
minute.
to skip ahead a minute. Nobody
They
ever
are-
skips
I
ahead the
said
full
a
minute.
But people skip ahead like 15 seconds, you know?
I'll put in
that's
music.
yeah.
What were you saying, Blair, about
I
bias?
literally don't. No,
Okay.
oh yeah, no, I remember now. I got this. I feel like it's more of like, them being like, hey, Axe, you're like Earth people now. Just get
Oh my
used
God.
to it.
It's
Marco
like,
said that more explicitly in one of the earlier.
yeah, it's been called out a couple times, but this book I feel like might be like a peak of it because several times Axe will be like, it'll be 15 minutes, 15 of your minutes. And Marco like insists every time that Axe says something throughout this entire book. He'll be like, yeah, it's about 30 of your degrees. And Marco's like, I swear to fucking God that he was emphasizing your in that sentence on purpose.
Yeah, it is. Come on, Axe, stop being a bitch.
Oh, speaking of Axe being a bitch, when they are hanging out on Visser 3's stomach, they're all like, ew, being a fly is so gross. Visser 3's sweat
so funny.
smells so good to me. And Axe is like, of course it does. Of course it does. Andalites smell good. Andalites always smell good. Nobody's ever said that we smelled bad. So, Andalites. And it's like, Axe.
He's like, he's got like whatever the intergalactic form of like nationalist propaganda. I don't know. I feel like if someone said that about humans, they would be like, okay, fine, you know. But like because he has interactions with other species, there's just like this culture in whatever the Andalite world is, where it's like so protective of their own.
Oh, yeah. They're intense.
Yeah, it's just that. But he's just a kid, so he just doesn't know.
Yeah.
He really is just a kid.
He really is.
I can't
And
think
life
about that
is
too
a
long.
nightmare.
Life is kind of a nightmare. It's
And
true.
he's just a kid. He knows that it's not fair, but no one cares because he's alone in the world.
That's literally true, unfortunately.
Damn, did Simple Plan write that song about Aximali Escarith Isthil?
Probably.
Probably.
Damn.
You know, the part where they specifically mention the blue skin.
I learned yesterday that his name has 3 I's in the first word.
It's just so much.
Yeah,
'Cause
Aximili.
Yeah, I always read it as Aximili.
It is the most like royalty ass. I know he's not, but that's
I know.
it's what it feels
that's
like.
Like the whole thing about Andalites, they all kind of feel like they're high court.
I mean, it's because like one of their highest ranking like military stations is Prince.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, y'all.
Also, the
Geralt
reason-
is like trying to groom himself, but he's really sleepy, so he keeps like licking his paw and then putting it up to his ear and forgetting to bring his paw back down and just licking the air absentmindedly and then remembering to bring his paw back down.
He's so dumb. He can't even read or write or do basic math.
Or write or groom himself good. He cannot do
almost-
any math.
I've been trying to name my new boy, and like I am just so fucking bad at it. And like I'm just throwing word salad at him and seeing if something or anything sticks.
Name
and
him
I said to
Axe.
I almost did. I almost did. I genuinely almost did.
Like Axe, he cannot read or write or do basic math.
But the reason that I bring that up is because I was like I was just like I was a little bit drunk the other night and I'm just like mumbling names and I stumbled across one that feels good to say and I'm like, Geralt, I'm gonna call you Geralt. That's your Geralt. Oh yeah.
Oh wait.
Only one girl. They have to fight, but not to the death because they're cats. They'll just like roll around together, and then they can be two girls.
Babies.
Two babies.
Two babies. In the Animorphs drinking game, in the Wonder Yeerks drinking game, I get distracted by my cat. In the Animorphs drinking game, Marco references Baywatch. Take a drink. I was so over-caffeinated by the time I got to this point in the book. All of my notes are starting to be in all caps. They're just like, Marco references Baywatch. Take a drink. Marco has ADHD. Tobias is dirty blonde confirmed. I think I have to change my sim.
For some reason, I was thinking of him as like either like a ginger, like a dark ginger, or like a dark brown or something like that.
Because we've seen him as with dark brown hair on the cover of his second book.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory.
Yeah.
I always forget what the actual actor, what the artists look like. Artists, actors, models, covers, books. You know how books got pictures on.
I know it's not a 1-to-1. I know it's not 1-to-1 what's on the cover versus what they look like, but this is the cover of one of Tobias's books. He just has out and out brown hair.
Yeah.
Oh right, I forgot about Bird Cover. Bird Cover is good.
But it's cuter if he has dirty blonde.
Yeah.
It is, and I'm not going to argue with it. Like, that's canonical, 100% confirmed, but, like...
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's very good. I think that Marco is the worst at morphing. Just based on how much he describes how, like, out of breath he is whenever they're doing quick morphs.
Hey, hold on. I just realized something fucked up about the books in Animorphs.
Oh, just now?
Yeah, well, the
Is it the child soldiers?
Well, that, but also the way that all the books are sequenced, because it's Jake, Rachel, Tobias, Cassie, Marco, Jake, Rachel, Axe, Cassie, Marco, Jake, Rachel, Tobias, Cassie, Marco, Jake, Rachel, Axe, Cassie, Marco.
Yeah, that is fucked. What's up with that? Why don't they get their place in the cycle?
Tobias is just as important, if not more important, than the rest
I'm sorry,
of the cast.
I don't have the brain space to visualize what you just pointed out. What was the thing?
So it's always Jake, Rachel, blank, Cassie, Marco. They're always in that order, and the blank is just alternating between Tobias, Axe, Tobias, Axe, Tobias, Axe.
Oh.
So it's all in sets of 5. The first one is always a Jake book. The second one's always a Rachel book. The third one is either an Axe or Tobias book, depending on which one the last one was. The last blank was not. And then the fourth one's always Cassie, and the fifth one's always Marco.
As much as I love the two of them, like they're pretty much my top two boys. I get that because it must be really annoying to write as an alien or as a bird.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
So as I totally get that. Like I would way prefer for both of them to have way more, but I can see how
as a writer, yeah,
as a writer would be slightly more limiting than the kids who like have normal lives and like can go on dates instead of like checking out a new part of forest or whatever.
And like the normal amount of limbs.
Yeah. And can turn their heads to the sides, whatever.
Oh, I hate Andalite.
This does not hold true past book 40. The book 40 is the last one where that order holds true.
Yeah.
There's so many books.
There's a lot of books. So
we are almost halfway through the main series.
That's
Wait,
wild.
hold on. When did this podcast start?
You are not going to be able to drag a year out of me for when anything ever
This
started.
on June 2nd, 2017. We missed our
my
1 year anniversary.
birthday.
That's your
My
birthday?
birthday. Hey, happy birthday. It's still my birthday. It's always my birthday.
That is how birthdays work, which I sometimes feels like shouldn't be true, but it is.
It's always just my birthday.
The books that came out
Only Blair birthday.
the books that came out the episodes that came out closest to that one in terms of the episodes that we did that came out closest to our 1 year anniversary was the oatmeal one and the one titled Centaurs Don't Reel, So Infinite Stairs.
Oh, we're so good at podcasts. We should keep trying to do the podcast.
They just wander around in the fucking frozen tundra for like 40
No, but we have to talk about these aliens.
They're with Visser 3 in this bug fighter. The bug fighter connects to the big fuck off ship.
The Blade ship.
Yeah, the fuck off ship is what they call it in Andalite. They're trapped in a room with Visser 3, and their plan to get away involves Axe doing an impression of Visser 3 so that Visser 3 just gets interrupted by a series of his own guards and kills them, which is off with, like, cool. You won't kill a bunch of Yeerks, but you will let innocent quote-unquote controller bodies just get murdered. Cool standards. What are they?
Yeah.
And there's a point when they've morphed. A taxon comes in, Axe kills it, and it starts eating itself. It sucks. It's not good. They all morph to human, and there's a line that says, in morph you can hear the fear, but you don't have to look it in the eyes. And I was like, yo, these books rule.
This one gets intense in, like, talking about, like, trauma and stuff, because I think at one point Marco says that I make jokes so I can, like, cope. Because if I'm not laughing, I'm fucking dying.
I'll be real. It's a little bit on the nose.
But he's like
I don't know. Like, I feel like that's omnipresent every time Marco takes over as narrator. I don't want to say like I'm ragging.
Oh, I feel like it's the opposite, where it's not present in his books, but it's very obvious from a third party perspective. Yeah. So I think him saying it was interesting.
Epic depression man.
Yeah. So to have him acknowledge it is like, yo, dude.
The aliens we meet in this book are really cool also.
Yes.
Do you think Marco would be like cool divorce dad?
What a weird thing. I don't know.
if Marco got a divorce? No, He'd be a disaster. Are you kidding? He'd be like the guy you'd like come over and you'd be like, whoa, dude. Do you need help? And he's like, no, it's cool. I bought paper plates at the dollar store, so I didn't even need to wash those ones.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, are you sure, bud? Like, I can help you wash your dishes. He's like, no. Look, I ordered pizza the other day. They brought me extra forks, so I've just been using those forks. And you're like, whoa, bud. I feel like that's Marco.
and then my fan fiction where that, and then he moves in with Jake, like his old friend who they haven't talked to in years, and they're like in their like mid-30s, you know?
Yes.
And they haven't connected in a long time. They don't have morphing powers in my AU. It's just like it's just like a normal. Anyway, we can't talk about this.
Okay, but we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
They see these tubes that are filled with cold. They're filled with very, very cold, and also alien inside of it.
So much body horror in this one.
Yeah, Axe is like another point when I got very angry. Axe is like, they can survive to under, like, below 200 of your degrees. I was like, whose fucking degrees, Axe? Y'all talking Fahrenheit? Y'all talking Celsius? Huh?
Yeah.
Tell me. Whose degrees, Axe? I got opinions.
He knows the difference. He has like a world almanac. He knows the difference.
Yeah. And the aliens are this quote-unquote extinct race from thousands of years ago that were the first evidence of life the Andalites found on other planets. Rachel immediately loses a foot and escapes on a bloody stump. Rachel saves Tobias's life with an actual literal bear hug because he's about to die of cold, and then Axe is about to die of cold, and he doesn't say until somebody asks.
Which, come on, guy.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is one of the really brutal ones for near death.
It's like constant, I
don't think we've yet upped like Jake the Fly getting swatted.
But it's this
just
is just
the consistency.
Constant. Yeah,
like, it becomes like straight up like into the wild, like a
right.
survivalist novel. But with the fact that they can
turn into
nearly
animals.
Die of hypothermia, transform out of that body, transform into a new body, which they will then let nearly die of hypothermia again, and just do that over and over again all night.
Yeah,
horrifying.
Not sleeping or like barely sleeping. You know.
Yeah.
Marco almost goes into shock. Well, he does go into shock.
He does, and then Rachel brings him out by hitting him so hard he full on bleeds.
Yeah, which seems like not the way to solve that problem, because like I feel like if someone is going into shock, punching them so hard they lose teeth would knock them unconscious.
I guess in her defense, she is a bear at the time.
And he is a gorilla.
He's a gorilla.
What a weird book.
Yeah. So these aliens that we meet, the Venbers, they are
There's-
described as 8 feet tall, a humanoid, but with ski feet, a hammerhead shark head, and beefy arms that branch off into 2 forearms.
insane. It is like
And
it is
they've
like
got
the
cannons.
it's the platonic ideal of like conspiracy theory aliens. You know,
Oh my god.
right? They have the
Yeah.
same. I mean, next to like the type of conspiracy theory aliens where it's just like blonde white women with huge tits.
Right.
If this is more akin to like the Nightcrawler kind of like
Like the
conspiracy
type of
theory
thing
alien.
where like a partially decomposed hammerhead shark corpse would wash up on a beach, and people
Yes.
would insist that nobody can explain what this was.
Yes,
and people
exactly.
Are like, it was a partially decomposed hammerhead shark corpse, and everyone's like, but was it?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's
Yeah,
so
you're
awesome.
so
I think
right.
this is my favorite alien design. I actually like humanoid aliens when they look super fucked up, which is exactly what this is. It's awesome. And then yeah, they have cannons, and they're just like cannoning
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And Axe and Tobias don't have good cold weather morphs, so basically everybody ends up being wolves, and Axe and Tobias end up being fleas that just sort of rotate around on them, which is like cute.
It is
Yeah,
cute, but
they
this
do
is this.
just like slurp everyone's blood slightly.
Yeah,
but like
You gotta.
I'm like more sensitive to itching than most people, and so I would be like, guys, I don't want you to die, but also I don't think I can I can carry you if that's the animal you're gonna be. I just don't know.
Yeah. They talk about how these aliens, what are they called?
Venber?
Venber or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were wiped out by a race called the Five, who so these
Like the 5 seem to be implied to be like ancient Andalites.
Yeah.
you think so?
I thought so, just because there was, I don't know, I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a big reveal or something. That was my first thought, just because of the way that Axe talked about their relationship to Andalite culture.
Yeah. Well,
But I'm not
I do
sure.
remember them saying, but then they said so Axe says that the Andalites wiped out the Five.
The 5. Yeah.
And then said that the Andalites you know now are not the ones that used to exist. So I see the
that's-
logical
okay.
connection there.
Right.
So yeah, the 5 genocided. The 5 basically bitcoined the Velder. Velbert.
Venber.
Sorry. Yes. Thank you.
No, it's
My
a
brain-
nonsense word.
Yeah.
My brain is slush. I've been at work a lot this week, and I'm working.
Don't worry about it. Like I said,
Well,
nonsense.
that's exactly what they did to the Venbers. They just
Yeah,
melted
they,
them down.
They bitcoined them. They made like super good graphics cards out of them so that their computers would run better, and they
It
killed
seems
all
like
of them.
So basically the Venber can survive in these like super cold temperatures, and if they get any warmer than that, they just melt, and the 5 just put them into computers, like melted them down and used them as like coolant, or it's horrifying.
It was like it was like superconductors, right? Like gold or
Yeah.
whatever.
It sucks.
Yeah,
it's really
it's
bad.
crazy.
There's one moment just before we like hop into like sort of the end plot. There's a moment where they see a polar bear for the first time, and Cassie's like gets really excited. She's like, "Whoa, a polar bear!" And then she's like, "Polar bears are the largest land predators." And Rachel gets really offended because she's like, "What about grizzlies? Like,
Right.
what about me? I'm the biggest bear. I'm the coolest, biggest bear." And Cassie's like, you grizzly bears are omnivores, coward. You'll eat berries if you can. Polar bears don't fuck with any vegetation. You're barely a predator."
I was
Yeah,
thinking
barely.
during like this how like fucked up that like it fucked up it is that like bears are like categorized as like really cuddly sort of things and like a cultural significance, but also like extremely fucking dangerous, you know?
So
Like,
dangerous.
So like the most like the thing is like they are the most dangerous.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's the most dangerous thing you can encounter on land, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
and it's the type of thing where unless you know specifically how to identify what type of bear you're up against, your behavior could either be the best idea or the worst idea.
Mm-hmm.
because some bears you have to run away, and some bears, if you run away, you're guaranteed dead.
Yeah.
So
I think I've decided right now that I am more scared of bears than I am of whales. I think that's where I'm at right now.
I think that that's logical because you're more likely to interact with a bear, probably.
Yeah. I think on a cosmic level, whales are still thumbs down,
Yeah,
but like and on a survival level,
sure,
it's bears.
that's legit. So these Venbers were not carbon based, which I
No.
found interesting because I always like when that gets explored. And
Mhm.
then this reveal made me gasp embarrassingly loud in public. Axe is like, well, they must have found some of the DNA in the planet, and then this is where the DNA comes in.
Where we were yeah.
Where,
We won't get into it again. We've already explored this.
yeah, where Axe is like they must have had to mix up their DNA with something else, and it would have needed to be very complex DNA so that they could mash them all together. And then it's like dun dun dun, it must have been human DNA. So
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean
bit-
it's
yeah.
good, but also this whole time I was thinking, what does complex DNA mean, and why does it need to be super
DNA.
complex so you combine it?
It's
I
just if DNA was more difficult, but let's move forward. We can't.
Yeah, we won't get into it, but I'm just like, I can't even concentrate on that specific aspect because I'm just like, what does
Yeah.
any of this mean?
So I felt very proud because at one point they were like, oh, it's probably minus 30 degrees. And that's the only Fahrenheit temperature I know by heart because it's pretty much where Celsius and Fahrenheit are the same. So I was like, hey, I've been out in that weather. It did suck. You're right, guys.
Mhm.
And there's a moment that they are like, wow, we haven't eaten in a really long time. Let's go eat like the leftover seal that polar bear just didn't eat. And it like felt very relevant because Cassie is literally living the like hypothetical situation that everyone always tries to put every single vegetarian or vegan in, where they're like, well, what if you were on a deserted island and the only way you could survive was to eat an animal?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, well, I'm fucking not, so I don't see that's relevant.
I do like Cassie. She's like, do you think I would just like let all of you die for a polar bear? For that matter,
For a seal?
Would I let me die for that?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think I am?
And she gets her last lick in too because they realize that this seal that they've eaten had kids. They didn't kill the seal, they're just eating it. And they see the two little baby seals and they get all like sad and they acquire them as morphs and then they go away. And Rachel, of all people, is the one who's like, well, maybe they'll survive. And Cassie's like, no, they won't, but something else will eat them, and that something else deserves to live just as much as they do. So if you're gonna get all precious about the seals, don't
I
talk
love
to me.
Cassie literally so much.
I know. Also, question. Because the boys who were fleas don't eat the seal because they are not hungry because they ate as fleas.
Yes.
Do you only have to satiate your hunger to the satisfaction of the morph you are in? And if so, why not all become very small?
Or part one, probably. It seems like that's the logic that we're working with. Like that seems to be. Part two, it's hard to be small.
Sure, but just to eat.
I think in this specific circumstance, it would have been very dangerous to go very small.
But why not become fleas and feed off each other and then become full size again, like
in a
Axe
cycle?
and Tobias did? Yeah. Because
Axe
and Tobias aren't hungry.
It's not as good of a visual. It's not as interesting to read about. I don't know. Probably something.
I want to know how morphing works in real life. Why won't Capelgate give me this?
She is personally targeting you.
I mean, she does personally target me directly after this because Marco sees these seals that don't have a mom, and he's like, oh, I thought I didn't have a mom.
What? I'm like, on the one hand, I'm like, what a crazy thing to say, but on the other hand, I'm like, Marco.
Baby boy. Yeah.
then
Seals are so cute that I kind of love when they morph into seals because they're all like blurp 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 blurp, and then I became a bloop, and Mama Blubber happened. I got a little pup face, and it's like, aw.
and they were, yeah, they got really excited because they were like, Marco gets really excited because he's like warm now.
Yeah.
And then they come across this Inuit kid named Derek, who's
He's like, I guess my grandpa was right.
damn, you guys animal spirits or what?
Derek's great. I really like Derek, and I'm glad
He's
in
really
this
fun.
book.
Yeah, he was like, oh, first of all, he has way more chill than he has any right to be.
I really appreciate it though. Like I remember I remember just like coming across that, and I'm like, oh great, now they have to go through some fucking. Now it's just gonna be like a weird like plot about this kid and being weird about, and the kid just like, I got some pelts. You guys want some? You guys seem kind of cold. You good?
Yeah.
This was one of those moments where I completely forgot that when everybody is in their like natural body, that one of them is a bird and one of them is an alien.
Yep.
Because they're
And
like,
also
they're all like
horrifying-
talking to Derek, and Derek's like looks at Axes like, "You're not from around here, huh?" And I was like, "Oh right, Axe is an alien."
Slightly earlier than that, we there was a very bad scene to think about when Cassie and Marco morph dolphins to get a seal to morph.
Oh yeah, when they're trapping the seal, and there's
to steal it from morph. They turn into dolphins, dive into the water, and come out, and then demorph. They're still wet. Like they do not lose any of their moistness. They should die immediately.
Marco says that he leaves several inches of skin attached to the ice.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like from shock. Like if your body's cold enough in that weather when you're wearing fucking bike shorts and a tight t-shirt, like if you do that while you're cold, you die. You are gone. Like
I don't think it would be instant, right?
I don't know. I think in my head you just look like Jack Torrance at the end of The Shining. Like
yeah, I don't know if that's how it works.
None of us know anything. I think I'm
true.
gonna put my trust in Capelgate in this one.
Yeah.
They also get chased by an orca whale, and it's really scary because orca whales are really scary.
Yeah, they are. And
And
then
they get polar bear, and then they go to the base and they blow everything up, and then there's a horrifying, awful scene.
okay, because they like go into this like the warmer like base, and like so these aliens are programmed to kill the Animorphs basically. Do basically any amount of things, but like this specifically. So they just keep like running into this warm space where they will die, and they just keep going, and even as they're melting, they just keep going. I must assume that they can't feel pain or something like that. I don't know. We have actually I don't know why I would assume that, because like I guess I only assume that because of they are programmed, and pain is sort of like a survival instinct. You know, like you feel pain so you don't die. You know.
Right.
But
I guess I assumed that the program was just overriding, like...
any sort of that thing?
Yeah. So they were probably feeling it, but they just didn't... They literally weren't allowed to stop trying.
Yeah. Which is so fucked, yeah.
And
yours is more realistic, but also horrifying.
Yours makes more sense for a children's series. And so these aliens
but maybe not this children's series.
Maybe not this children's series. And, like, Cassie and Marco, everybody else has, like, gotten onto a ship to blow up the base and escape. And Cassie and Marco just stop, and they watch, and they make a moment to, like, they make it specifically, like, all of these aliens are about to die. It might be every single one of them, and it's not their fault, and they deserve to have their deaths noticed by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So Marco and Cassie just both stand there and watch as all of these aliens are like unable to stop from killing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, holy shit.
Right? Like, jeez.
Yeah.
What a good book series.
Yeah. And then they go home, and then Marco takes a hot shower for a really long time, and it turns out that Eric cleaned his house.
Yeah. Like, deep cleaned his house.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, but also like Marco
Marco's
taking
dad
really
was
long
like,
showers because of like trauma from like almost freezing to death for like Marco.
A week.
Marco.
Yeah. Yeah.
Small. baby boy. Be gentle.
Yeah.
That's Animorphs.
That's the book. Let's knock out the question we got this week.
We got
Which-
one question.
From? At What is Cosplay?
At What is Cosplay? Well, first of all, the question that I asked was, "Hey folks, ask us about Animorphs." This week they went, sorry, God, I cannot words. They went
it's
to the
okay.
North Pole this week, met a guy named Derek, discovered some aliens who were killed and used for computer parts, and turned into polar bears.
What is Cosplay asks, have they ever become neutral about bears? Haha, chemistry joke. What age did the Animorphs find out Santa is real? Santa is real? Hello. I don't know. I'm reading this for the first time. I don't think that's what they meant, but also, does Santa is real?
Oh my god.
I don't know about the
Oh
era.
my god, there must be a holiday special of Animorphs of some kind where Santa is an alien or the Elemist or something. There must be. There just has to
Santa
be.
is an Elemist. Teach the controversy. We are getting shirts made with that on them.
Oh my god. When are we opening a Redbubble with all the dumb bullshit we say?
Yeah, oh god, I cannot wait for you to, like, just unleash your graphic design skills, Blair, on a shirt that just says, "What if his name was Jason Voorhees?"
Dude, you cannot tempt me because that will be this weekend's project.
Blair, I would not tempt if I did not want.
Oh god.
I feel
well,
like
maybe
Tobias
just-
got
how about-
disillusioned on Santa real early.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
upsettingly early.
yeah.
How about like a shirt with like a red splotch around the stomach, and it just says, like, on the back, like, "This is John Hurt's squirt shirt."
No, we're not doing that one.
This is a different podcast.
Come on.
Talk about your fear-baiting merch on your podcast.
Yeah, we would do something about, what is it? If stairs
Oatmeal
exist,
crimes.
then centaurs, whatever the dumb bullshit I
mean,
said.
Oatmeal crimes is definitely going up there. Volleyball, baseball,
Yeah, with a full explanation of the rules on the back.
and the diagram you drew.
Is this an episode I was not on? Because I don't
Yeah.
remember volleyball, baseball.
Yeah.
Volleyball episode was a TV episode. We tweeted the picture a while ago, but
I didn't ever listen to those. I don't know why. I'm going to now.
basically it's what if volleyball, what if baseball, but there was also a volleyball, like, cage in the middle.
Sure.
It makes a lot of sense, and Sarah didn't seem to quite understand it, but
I'm going to listen to this podcast episode, and then I will get back to you on how
The
much
episode
sense
is just
it
called
makes.
volleyball, baseball, so dive
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Anyways, is that
yeah.
podcast?
Well, anybody else got Santa opinions?
Oh, I definitely agree that, like, I don't even know if Tobias was probably introduced to the concept of Santa.
Yeah,
like,
okay, so here's what it is. Tobias was never introduced. Tom told Jake the moment that he found out.
Yeah.
No. Tom was like exemplary good older brother.
Yeah, he was, like, the best older brother.
You're right.
He participated, he like found out accidentally and then like participated really heavily in making sure that Jake still believed for a long time, to the point where he went to Rachel and was like, "Hey Rach, I know you've got your suspicions, but can we just like let Jake have this for a little while?" And Rachel was like, "Pay me." And Tom was like, "Yep, I have mowed some lawns this summer, here's $20." And Rachel's like, "Thanks, bye."
Yeah, conversely, when Rachel found out, she told her younger sisters.
Oh yeah.
I mean, also those characters seem like they would want to know.
Yeah, Cassie would find out, her parents would tell her because she would be like crying out of concern for the reindeer having to work so hard.
Yeah.
And
Oh
she
yeah,
would
she's
be
just
like-
too
and,
anxious
like,
for the concept of Santa Claus.
For like a few years, her parents were like, "No, they're really well taken care of." And then Cassie's like, I just think that they're working too hard. And I just worry, can I just stay up and talk to Santa and make sure that they're okay? And they're like, "Okay, Cassie, honey."
Oh.
Santa, I feel like that was a little bit you as a youngin'.
Oh no, I have a very upsetting story about why I don't believe in Santa that we shouldn't get into.
Okay. Okay.
Let's just never mind. Yeah.
But that's like you energy now though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Marco still believes in Santa.
Marco still believes in Santa. Marco definitely would take a...
Okay, hold on. Marco probably doesn't believe in Santa. He has convinced Axe that Santa is real.
Oh my god, he absolutely has. I was just thinking that Marco somehow gets into like...
They have like a mission around like Christmas time, and they're like flying for some reason. And Ash is like, I hope we do not hit Santa. I hope we do not hit Santa up in these skies. And then Jake's just like, oh fuck, you can joke now. And Ash is like, what joke?
Oh, these kids.
I think that's a podcast.
Might just be a podcast.
If you want to support the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/fearbaiting, where you can donate $1 a month to get access to any and all of our bonus content, vote on polls like for fearbaiting, and that's what you get at $1. $5 a month gets you your name right on the podcast and a short message of your choosing. $10 a month gets you all of the stuff below, and also you get to make us watch a movie for fear baiting. But this isn't fear baiting, so thank you very much to Michael Kaiser, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Paul Bechtel, Sophie, and Cat Girls Rise Up. If you want to find us on Twitter, we are at the Wonder Yeerks on Twitter.
Yeah, just that.
Yep.
Do we have a Gmail?
We do, but we don't check it.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you want to find me, I'm at SunhatZhenya on Twitter, ZHENYA. I'm SunhatZhenya at snouts.online if you want to track me down on Mastodon. And I am also that, I'm Chies Hapsnakas on Tumblr, which I've been using occasionally lately. When I want to de-stress from, like, with how politicky Twitter is, I'm actually just, like, going to Tumblr more often.
Yeah. That's valid.
Because, like, Tumblr is, like, it's just, like, I don't have to think about the primaries. I don't have to like have every third tweet being like a link telling me to vote, which I mean that's not really a thing now that the midterms have passed. But like Tumblr is just like, hey, look at this awful fucking picture and like laugh and then keep scrolling.
Yeah. Speaking of social media, you can find me at BlairKitch on Twitter, blairkitch.tumblr.com, or BlairKitch basically anywhere else. Brand consistency is the only thing I have going for me, basically.
And I'm on Twitter at nudity with an EA instead of a Y. Check out my other podcast. It's called Music for Molehills at Musical Mole on Twitter. Or check out the music I do at gaygothvibes.online.
Yes. All great resources. Oh, did you plug your other podcast, Sara? Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die?
I did not plug Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die. It's my leftism podcast that I do with 11 of my friends. We have too many hosts, if you ask me, and we should summarily be picked off one by one, like in the movie Identity, until at the end it is revealed that we are all taking place in the mind of someone who has dissociative identity disorder.
That sounds like a good plan for the podcast.
I probably added an extra syllable to that first word in DID there, and I apologize for that. Words are hard. I've been at work a lot this week, and my brain is kind of just shutting off.
No worries. But thank you for joining us. We will see you in 2 weeks with the next book in this series. But until then, I have been Blair.
I am currently Sara, but I may become Derek in the future.
Oh, yes.
The outro music, the outro, I'm Seda.
Bye. Remember. And keep your hands on the whatever. Who cares?
It's all in your hands. Hold back darkness.
The fade in for the outro is getting to the point where soon it's going to be the entire theme song.